Okay, so after a few months without any information, yesterday in the state of play we got a new look at the open world, story details, and a bunch of new information about Spider-Man 2, so let's talk about it. Let's start talking about the open world because we have a bunch of info, starting with the addition of 2 new boroughs that is going to be Queens and Brooklyn, and how the map is going to be twice the size. So not only we'll have 2 new areas to explore, but also Manhattan is going to be expanded and have more details and areas. And this is great because if you have played Miles Morales before, you kinda get tired of the same Manhattan because it's the same one as the Spider-Man PS4, so seeing that it's going to have a change and seeing new boroughs being added makes the open world feel great and have a new thing to explore, so I'm really hyped about that. So now let's talk about the story. So many people had the chance to play Spider-Man 2 earlier, and they played a little bit of the story and revealed a few cool things. So first of all, we got a new story clip.
I'm just here to save my friend. We'll finish this later.
Kraven and Spider-Man in the church, and the voice acting of Yuri Lowenthal. He really steals the show with that scream and everything. So really cool scene, and that scene make me even more hype for Kraven. I mean, all the hype for this game is looking at Venom, but now this makes me hype also for Kraven. Kraven is one of my favorite Spider-Man villains, so I'm really hyped to see him in action. And another cool thing we saw was a bunch of new symbiote gameplay and a cutscene where Harry is helping Peter.
In a Kraven, we have the spider.
Kraven's gonna have fun with you.
We saw a lot of gameplay with the symbiote, and the symbiote just looks great. It looks so fun to play with, and you also saw that in the demo earlier this year in the showcase, but now you see him fighting a bunch of enemies, and you also have a new rage mode, so you can now see Peter unleashing like a rage mode, and many people are comparing it to a God of War, but I like it to compare to Shattered Dimensions Ultimate Spider-Man rage ability, because if you have played Shattered Dimensions, the Ultimate Spider-Man had a rage meter that basically made your attacks more powerful and be able to control large group of enemies. So the symbiote suit is going to have a similar ability, and it's going to have a cool off, and you have to maybe do a little bit of combos to recharge it back up, but it's good to see this addition inspiring God of War and in Shattered Dimensions. We also got a new look at the Lizard that we saw in the showcase, but now we have a chase sequence, and we also have a boss fight, and it looks great. You can see Peter talking to Dr. Connors, and also now the boss fights are going to have a health bar, which was something that wasn't in the original game, but I'm so hyped for seeing Lizard. I mean, Lizard just looks like a giant monster, so it's going to be a new look for the character, and I'm so hyped about it. The graphics look insane, the boss fights look great. I cannot wait to see which other villains we'll be facing against and see another game-changing mechanic, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be different fighting Kraven, fighting Lizard, and fighting Venom. They're all going to be different. But leaving the story behind, I want to talk about some small changes that the game is going to have and were revealed, and I'm going to go over them real quick. There's going to be fall damage. Is going to be optional, so you can choose either have fall damage or not, depending on what you want. You can also use the symbiote abilities with a different suit, so you can use the 2099 normal suit by using the symbiote abilities. Also, Miles and Peter can join you in different street crimes, and as I said before, boss fights will now have health bars. And last but not least, we're going to talk about the suits of this game, which is the thing that got me the most hype from all these reveals, and is that we're going to have over 65 suits. I'm a fan because we all know how great it is to have different suits, customizable things, so this got me really hyped to see what kind of costumes does Insomniac add or reference in the game. So we did get a look at a few suits. So first we saw the Digital Deluxe additional costumes, which for me are the weakest of the total that we saw. They still look pretty nice and fun to use, and I'm pretty sure that in game they're going to be even better. But for now, I'm not a big fan of all of them, but they're still pretty cool, and I already pre-ordered the Digital Deluxe edition, so I'm going to have them and I'm going to use them. But we saw other suits which are the better ones in my opinion. So first of all, we saw the Miles Morales anniversary suit. I wanted this suit to be in this game. It's so good to see it. I love the colors. I love everything about this suit. I know many people hate it, but I don't. I love this suit. We also see that Miles is going to have returning costumes from its original game, and the same for Peter. So we saw that Miles is going to have the original costume, the track suit, the training suit, and Peter is going to have the original blue and red suit, and that one has a color variation with a darker blue and also a Webman variation. We also got a look at Superior Spider-Man suit with a few color variations, but one of them is looking really similar to the Superior Doc Ock suit. So that's great to see that they're not going with that storyline and we're going to finally have the Superior Spider-Man. That's one of the best suits that Spider-Man has used in the comics, and a great storyline overall. We also got the black suit Raimi Spider-Man 3, which is a win. I mean, I'm pretty sure this will be a color variation, so we are going to have also the original red and blue Raimi suit. But having this in the game, it's a win, it's a W. And we also got a look at the Arachnite suit. So my opinion is that this has the potential to be the best Spider-Man game to this day, because of the large open world, the bunch of missions that we're going to have, the bunch of villains, the bunch of suits that we're going to get. So I'm pretty hyped about this game. I already pre-ordered, and I gotta say, Insomniac Games are the best people to make a new Spider-Man game for this generation of next-gen consoles. So that's a very brief description of everything that we got. Small quick analysis. I just wanted to talk about it because I'm so hyped about this game, and I've been making videos since last year talking about where was the Spider-Man 2 trailer, and now almost a year later we're getting closer and closer to the release. So it's a full circle moment. So thank you so much for watching this video. Like the video if you like it, comment down below, tell me, are you hype about this game? Which suits do you want to see in the game? Tell me all about it in the comments down below. I'm gonna make sure I read them because I read all my comments. So thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for more video game content, and I'll see you in the next video.